tell everybody a little bit about yourself since you're
Head coach Lady Indians, Scott McGovern, assistant coaches Jamie Birch, Jeremy Harvey, and Shelby Bethel. Officials, the court is yours.
Okay, so they do, all right, I'm learning a lot as we go here, but we do a pre-match handshake as well.
Yeah, pretty much at any level, you're going to do that.
Sweet, I like that. Starts it out with good sportsmanship from the get-go. Still plenty of room in here if you want to come out and enjoy this Friday afternoon match. I know it's 4:30. There's some people still working. It's a weird Friday. We don't have any Friday night lights. A little different.
Yeah, that is weird. When I saw that score last night on the app, I thought, we don't normally see that. I know as a coach, I don't like to change my routine. And when you go from a Friday to a Thursday, you've got to bump everything up and
both
change your routine.
Both teams were in favor of doing it when they originally made the schedule because it was their last non-district game and it gets them ready for district play, an extra day to prepare.
That makes sense.
And then other than the bye week, this gives him an opportunity to give his coaches and players completely off on Saturdays because they usually do film review and Saturdays. And then coaches will come back Sunday and start preparing for Bonham, which is the first district match. So they're typically 7 days a week, as you know, in the coaching profession. It never ends. But they do get a Saturday off this weekend, so I hope the coaches have earned that. I hope they enjoy that. The players are off completely tomorrow as well. The freshmen and JV were off today. Only the varsity went in to do film review this morning. That was it. So good for that football team getting ready for district play. And this is game number 4 for the Lady Indians in volleyball. Their season starts a little sooner because they play everybody in district twice, correct?
Right.
So I'll try to make my way through this, but it looks like the starting lineup for Sanger's Harley Miller is the libero. Number 5, Molly Schmucker is in there. Number 44, Sarah D is in there. You just heard that she just surpassed 1,000 assists for a career assist for her volleyball career. Number 20, Blakely Pennington. Number 21, Kinsey Rabinskis. I'm probably saying that wrong. And number 12, Kyla Sheriff, fresh off of a Player of the Game award last week. And Sanger starts off with point number 1. I'm going to let you do play-by-play. I set the starting lineup. It's in your hands now.
Good defense there. Setting up a good set there. And Blakely with the tip.
So is that what you call that, where you just barely hit it over like that? Because they think you're going for a spike, and they're setting up to block the spike, and then you just barely tip it over them.
Yeah, so what you teach your defenders is don't watch the ball, right? And it's human nature to watch the ball as it goes back and forth. But as soon as the set leaves the setter's hands, the defender should watch the hitter to see if they're going back to hit or if they're going to tip.
Makes sense. It's similar to a linebacker trying to watch a pulling guard. It's natural to watch that running back. Right. If you see that pulling guard do something, then you know it's going to be one direction or the other as well.
So those middle sets like that are really hard to defend because the middle blocker can go to either side of the court or they can tip down. And so that was a really good set on Celina's.
2-1 Sanger early here in the first set. Unforced error there on Celina makes it 3-1 Lady Indians. Number 20, Blakely Pennington, going back for the service.
Really good serve there on Blakely deep. Makes them have to run their offense from the back.
(3-2) Lady Indians. The Indians production team here in Sanger is fantastic, and they have a brand new production room. So we're able to talk to our production room and they're able to hear us, but they're not even in here. All the camera team team members are, but the actual production room is in their classroom.
Wow.
And so this is all wired back
amazing.
up. So that person that we've heard in our ears telling us that our mics aren't working,
right?
They're in the classroom, running the production room from there.
Net on Celina. Oh, actually, he called it a back row attacker.
What does that mean?
So typically, you're going to see that from the setter. When you run a 6-2 offense, your setter's always in the back row, and the setter can't leave the ground to send a ball over. And so the setter went up that time and touched the ball. Oh, no, they called Sanger for a back row attack.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was confused about. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so typically you see that on the setter.
Is Molly getting a ruling on that? Is she just trying to get an understanding?
Yeah, so you'll send your captain over to talk to the up ref, and then usually the coaches can't talk to the up ref. They send their captain.
Got it.
The coaches can talk to the down ref down here, but usually not. Whenever the up ref makes a call, you're not going to get an answer out of the down ref.
Quick block on that spike attempt there. You call it a spike attempt or a kill attempt? What do you call it?
Yeah, it wasn't really even a spike. It was more like she was trying to tip it, but
makes it 4-4.
Good set.
That should be out of bounds. 5-4 Lady Indians.
Yeah, so that was an interesting one there. I think the ball must have hit half of the net and half on her hands, because that shot back pretty far. And usually you don't see blocks go back that far. And I talked a little bit about that before the game started, but see how that right side hitter came up and hit line? Mm-hmm. That's a really hard ball to defend. This defender's got to come back from her position to cover the line. So she's moving, and it was a quick set.
Yep. 5-5.
Really good line shot there.
Who was that by? Did you catch
Molly?
that? Molly. Very nice. That goes down as a kill?
Mm-hmm.
In the most previous game, Molly set another school record. She's now set school records in back-to-back matches. I believe the previous record was 25 and then 29 on Tuesday. She also leads the Lady Indians in career kills, well over 1,000, and she's only a junior.
Block attempt there went out. We're in the right spot. We just got to have our hands in the right direction to keep that ball going down instead of going out.
Back and forth set here, 6-6 here in the early going in set one.
Nice ball.
Blakely Pennington with the kill.
That was a really good job on the setter there. She had an opportunity to take that ball over on the second ball, and she chose to run her offense and set the hitter there instead of abandoning it.
Yeah, good call.
Really good read. So when you learn to stop watching the ball, you watch the players, and 99% of volleyball is played off the ball. It's about positioning and movement with the game. And so when players watch the ball, they aren't in the right spots to make plays. And then
so close.
Then it appears like they made an error, but if they would have been in position, it would have been an easy play.
That was pretty brave of the Lady Bobcats to let that one go because it was really close.
Just barely out.
Barely out on the serve. Intended to be a deep serve. I'm sure that was the call from Coach Montgomery.
Yeah, I like deep serves. I like to run deep serves and then start hitting serves at the 10-foot line. So whenever you're going short and deep, it keeps them on their toes.
8-7 Lady Indians.
Nice ball.
Oh, very nice. Another kill from Molly Schmucker. Makes it 9-7.
What I really like what she did there was take an approach even in the backcourt instead of staying on the ground to hit the ball. That gave her an opportunity to have enough torque when that ball hit the net to go over.
Sarah D checks back in. She just mishit that one. I know that's not, she was not intended to do that, I can assure you. I don't even know if it hit the bottom of the net.
I don't think it did.
A little bit of a miss hit.
Games are won and lost on serve and serve receive.
There's like a miscommunication there. The back end of that dig makes it 9-9.
Those deep corner balls are hard to defend.
Good job getting the ball over there.
Nice block.
That block was by Kinsey Rubinskas. I don't know if I'm saying
Good
that
ball.
last name right.
Good ball to the corner there. They just returned the favor.
How would you say that last name? Rubinskas?
Yes.
Okay. Kinsey, that was a great block by Kinsey earlier in that volley. Allowed Sanger to take that point. Lady Indians lead 10-9. Very
Great
nice
block.
They called that for Celina. Did you understand what that call was? They did something like this. Does that mean she touched the net?
Yeah, no, that's an out call.
Okay.
But looked like it was in.
So was this on this side of the rod?
So it may have hit the pole,
Got it.
and I wasn't paying attention to that.
So 10-10. That's out.
That's a move that middle blockers are doing now. It started in the Olympics last year where they're pushing balls and almost throwing them. It should be a lift, but I always teach my girls we're going to do it until the referee calls it, and they don't call it very often.
Great kill by the Bobcats there. Makes it 11-11. Very tight first set. If this is your first time viewing volleyball, it does go to 25 and must win by 2 in sets 1 through 4, and then only to 15 win by 2 in set 5.
Yes, that's correct.
Did your first critic to show up?
Yes. That's Riley Brown's dad.
Good call.
So she
Good
played
call
that
right there.
perfect textbook, just like she's taught. She followed that ball all the way to the line with her foot on the line, and she could have made that play had it fallen.
Yeah, I kind of agree. If it started coming down sooner, if it had topspin on it,
Yep.
that she could have made the play to keep it live. I think Celina players wanted to let that go, but they get the kill anyways. Celina takes their first lead, 13-12.
Celina's running a lot of their offense out of that middle, number 3.
Yeah, I noticed the same thing. She's a decoy even when they're not going to her.
Right.
Molly goes for the kill. Celina's set up perfectly for the block. Makes it 14-12. Lady Bobcats. Is it Lady Bobcats or just Bobcats?
I would say Lady Bobcats.
Okay, that's what we'll go with until I get corrected.
Nice.
Good call. So Celina's gone for the deep serve a couple of times and just been barely long. So Lady Indians are.
Court awareness is really difficult at that back level there, knowing where that line's at. And so she did a really good job. Great serve.
Good serve. Good dig. No way. Let me say that's not good enough over.
I'm not a huge fan of hands passing the ball over, but if you're going to do it, always do it to the corners.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what
Make
she
'em
just
work.
did there. Yes.
14-14. Lady Indians tie it back up.
Another good serve.
Yeah, I can say I don't think they even made it over the net, did it? Oh,
No.
4 hits.
Yeah, so that one didn't make it over the net.
And that's why they got
it
the 4
looked like
hits.
a block from here, but obviously they're a little closer than us, and it hit the net and bounced back. Yeah, so that's a back row attack, right? So the setter's playing back row, and so when her hand went above the net and she touched it and went over, she can't do that. So.
Got it.
So Sanger rallied back on a 4-0 run there.
Did you see who that timeout was?
It's going to be on Celina.
Celina called that timeout? Okay.
Yes.
So Lady Indians lead 16-14 as Celina takes their first timeout. How many, is there one timeout per set?
2.
2 per set? Okay.
2, and in school ball, it's a minute, so.
Oh, they're showing a replay. Nice. I like that element. That's a new element that having the production room in the classroom allows them to do. That's fantastic work, guys.
So as a coach, there's 3 times that I tell my players that we can't miss a serve. The first serve of the match, the serve after the other team calls a timeout. We have different serves, right? We have our aggressive serves, and then we have our serves that just get in the court. And after the other team calls a timeout, they're calling that because we have all the momentum. And if we start off their timeout,
14-12. I think we scored 4 points in a row.
So if we start off the ball after their timeout with a ball in the net or a ball out, we just change the momentum, and we want to continue to have that momentum. And then the third time is when it's either set point or match point. It's always in the players' minds to drive that nail in the coffin in these times, but I just want the ball in the court so we can play volleyball.
Number 3 for Celina, who they do seem to be running their offense through.
Nice ball.
Great job by number 11, Estelle Whitlock Jr. for Lady Indians to get that ball right back over. But the number 3 for Celina is Morgan Terry. She's a sophomore.
Yeah, we had an overpass there, and we took that ball directly over. So see, that was a back row attack, and when you're a back row player, you can attack in front of the 10-foot line. So if you'll notice, her last foot before she left the ground was inches behind that line.
Okay.
She may land on the other side of the 10-foot line, but she's got to leave the ground behind it.
Lady Indians did get the first point after the timeout, but then lost that point. Makes it 17-15. Lady Indians still. Now Celina takes that point. I think that pass didn't go exactly where they wanted it to go.
No, and the set was a little tight. Nice serve.
So now 3 points in a row for the Bobcats. 17-17 here in set 1.
That's how quickly momentum changes in volleyball.
It does, right?
That one started off with a rough pass from us. It was a really good serve. Dropped right at her feet.
Celina back in the lead. Now lead by 2, 19-17. Lady Bobcats. So since the timeout, Celina's gone on a 5-1 run.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to do.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I feel like this is an opportune time to call timeout on our own side.
Yeah, I like, just me, when I have a 4 or 5 point lead and we lose that momentum, I like to call the timeout right before we lose the lead.
This broadcast is brought to you by Hall Real Estate and Don Hall Construction. We want to thank them for their continued support of everything the Sanger Sports Corner does. More importantly, this great Indian productions team here from the audio video department. I'm just enjoying these replays. We have a monitor right here in front of us as well. And this is all new toys for me as well, because we don't have this on Fridays in the press box. They have more access to better things for the broadcasts here in the school, and it's phenomenal work by this team for sure. Something they can apply on to the next level for them. I mean, they can go on to college and advance their stuff, or maybe do this as a career field one day.
I think in that timeout, Coach Mont just wanted to go in and calm his girls down. We've played really good volleyball up to this point, and tactically, there's nothing that they need to change. We just need to make some of these plays. Just like that. That's an easy ball to play as a back row player when it's at your chest like that. And she did a really good job seeing the trajectory on it.
Bobcats.
That was a really good serve. We've been serving deep the whole game, and she just dropped that right behind the 10-foot line. Oh, that was a close call there. It's a little hard for us to see up here, but that one looked out. Timeout, Lady Indians. This is a good time for him to calm the girls down again, let them know that they're still in this match and can come back and take it. If I was in that timeout, I'd be talking about fundamentals right now and taking things back.
Craving something delicious? Start your journey at Southern Barbecue, where the flavors are as bold as the people that enjoy them. Step inside and feast together in a place that feels like home. Next, walk on over to Roman's, where mouth-watering...
All right, shop local. Great job making those commercials from the audio video team. Very, very, very good work. Good job by Molly looking out there to see where the players were at, like you mentioned, and putting it where they weren't.
Yeah, always going for that corner on that hand pass. What we see a lot is girls want to just get that ball over the net. It ends up being a short pass, and we don't have time to reset our defense to get back to play against a quick offense. Another block attempt out of bounds. And in the last few points, Celina has really started setting that left side. They were pretty much exclusively setting the middle and the right side in the beginning of the match. That's a really hard ball to defend. When the hitter goes straight down the net like that, you almost always got to give that point up.
(24-20).
Who was that?
24-20, Celina.
Kylie Sheriff on the kill there. Celina with that 25 or 25th point.
So they'll take set one, but Lydians have been here before. All three of their district matches so far have gone 5 sets. So they switch benches and everything each time.
They do. They switch sides.
They switch sides, but I guess that makes sense that the coach would still be right there by them. Is one team always on one side or the other at home, and then they always start that way, or it could be like next week we come for set one and Singer might be on the left, or do you think they always start on the right, so they'll end up with 3 sets there versus 2 there?
I've always seen Singers set up on this right side, so okay. I don't know if that's Coach Montgomery's choice or
gotcha.
if that's what UIL says. This is a good opportunity in the huddle to talk to the players about the fundamentals in passing. Service receive really kind of hurt us there with that first pass being off to the setter, and volleyball is a true team sport where if the passer doesn't make a good pass, the setter can't make a good set, and if the setter can't make a good set, the hitter can't hit the ball. And so everything starts in serve receive. And I said earlier that games are won and lost on serve and serve receive, and I think that's what I spend the most time in practicing is serve receive because it's that important. We came out of that last timeout pretty flat, and we know that we can play with this team and that we can beat them. We've just got to keep that same momentum throughout the entire set.
Are the like when you have the 4 refs, you have the one that's the up. You call it the up ref.
The up ref,
yeah. The down refs on this side of the net.
Yes, and so
then you have the 2 flag people.
The line judges, yeah.
Are the line judges typically less experienced? So they all 4 equivalent experience usually? How does that work?
I don't know how it is at the high school level, but my guess is that they all 4 are referees.
Okay.
And it may be even a team. I don't know, but the up ref is going to be the main ref.
Got it. That's like your white hat for football.
Right.
Okay.
And he can. As the up ref, he can overcall or change a call. Like, say, a lineman calls something in, and he sees it differently. He can change it. Now, you don't typically see that. They usually go with what their lineman says. But I have been in big matches where the up ref changed a call, and I'm usually pretty even keel until we're in a big match, and that point changes the entire set.
So the down ref is there. He was confirming the lineup there.
Right. So the down ref will confirm the lineup. His job is to watch the net and watch the line. If they can cross the line, they just can't do it in an unsafe manner. So if they cross the line in a position to where another player could land on them, then that's a penalty.
So with the libero, they can come in and out at any time?
Yes, the libero doesn't have to sub. The libero walks in and out. The libero has to stay in the back row. She can't play in the front row, right? And so typically what you see is a libero playing for both middle blockers, but she can't serve for both. She has to serve for just one of them.
Gotcha.
Right. So typically a libero will play 5.5 rotations out of the 6. Called a lift there on Celina. Looked like a throw to me, so that's probably what he called. So that's an interesting thing there. Can they kick the ball in volleyball, David?
I'm going to say no.
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm definitely not going to coach
You know,
kicking the ball.
I've seen it in sand volleyball actually.
Yeah.
But it was going way deep, and that was the only way a player could get to it.
Yep.
I have seen it in sand volleyball.
Yeah, you don't see it executed very often successfully.
Right. It was like a bicycle kick. It was phenomenal. So you could tell that player probably played soccer in their past.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who you usually see executed is girls who played soccer before. But I definitely don't coach it.
I would imagine not.
It's a last resort for sure. So that was a right side set to our hit to our setter, and if you know anything about setters, they don't usually like to play defense. And so, and it's something across the board. Every setter I've coached didn't want to play defense back there. They want to release and set the ball. But she was in position to make that play.
Quick hands by number 14 there for Celina to get that ball back across, and Sarah D tried to make a play but wasn't able to keep it alive long enough for a teammate to get there.
Yeah, and I'd like to see us kind of slow things down and start running our offense rather than send the first or second ball over.
Number 14 is another sophomore, McKenna Stevens for the Bobcats. Good little touch volley across the net for Sarah D. Good kill there by Molly Schmucker once again.
So you saw there our setter took that first ball, and then usually if the setter takes the first ball, you're going to have your libero take that second ball, and so they executed that really well. Little confusion there by Celina. That middle blocker looked like she was going to take that ball and didn't. All right, this is a great opportunity to attack.
Bobcats take an early lead here, 5-4, in set number 2 after winning set 1, 25-20. That set was a little bit too far out for Kyla Sheriff to
it started with that pass. That pass was a little tight to the net, which made it hard for the setter to make a play on it.
That block is going to be out of bounds. That'll be Sanger's point. Makes it 5-6. Lady Indians trailing by 1. Riley Brown will sub back in. Great attempt at a dig there by Molly Schmucker to try to keep that alive. Wasn't able to get it high enough in the air for a teammate to take advantage to keep the point alive.
Yeah, that was a great ball by the Celina hitter. The way she turned her wrist and changed the direction of that ball. It's hard for the defender to read that.
That's going to be long. Deep, out, what, long?
Yep, long, out.
Deep?
Deep.
Okay.
However you want to call it.
All right.
Definitely out. Got a strong server for Sanger up.
Oh, wow, miscommunication on the Bobcat side.
Yeah, that was a hard play by Blakely there. She was coming down and had to bring her hands up to just try to put that ball straight up to give her teammate an opportunity. I don't think that ball ever went over the net. He called a touch, but that hit the pole.
Yep. So anything that hits the pole is automatically out, even if it skims it and still stays in? Okay.
Yep.
Is the pole a little bit this side of out of bounds, or is it right along the line?
Right on the line, yeah.
Okay.
And typically that's going to be the lineman's judge to call that.
If a ball is headed out and it hits on the line, that's considered in or out?
In.
Okay.
Yes.
Any part of the ball hits the line, it's in?
Yes.
I think that was going to land in. I think that was a smart choice to hit that ball. Good block by Celina. Makes it 9-7.
Yeah, it was a really good decision on her part. I always teach that if it's close, play it. I'd rather you play a ball that's just going to barely be out than miss a ball that's going to be in.
Live to see another day, right, in the volley.
That's right.
Good job by Celina. Oh,
great
they
pancake
dug that
there.
out.
Yeah, great pancake.
What a volley. And the eventual kill by Molly Schmucker. I didn't see who had that dig, but they got one hand underneath it.
Yeah, so we teach that pancake
point
to go down on the ground so the ball hits her hand and goes down. Yeah, it's
got to be a tight call for the ref to even make, right?
Yes, it's very difficult to see.
Are they talking about that saying? Are they talking about that now?
I think he would have called it immediately.
I mean, he's closer to that than either one of them.
Yeah, it's definitely his call to make, the up ref.
They're just getting their opinion on that to confirm and verify what he already thought, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I think they were talking about whether that ball was in or out, that last ball.
Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Oh, that was clearly in.
Yeah.
I thought. So 8-9. Lady Indians coming back here.
Did it again.
Wow, Molly Schmucker with another dig.
Yep.
Celina gets the kill there. Makes it 10-8 Bobcats.
I don't know who saved that first ball, but that was another good example of a pancake there. So this is one of these important points, right? I always talk to my team about we could go down by 3 or we could be down by 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Molly tried the little, what'd you call it, the pancake?
Pancake, yeah.
Pancake dig?
Yep, just a pancake,
Save?
yeah.
Okay. Again, but not able to be successful that time. Makes it 11-8. Bobcats. Good job by number 15, Riley Brown there.
Yeah, and if you saw the difference there, she went down with a fist, it looked like, instead of a flat hand. And you heard that ball bounce right before it went up.
So that was going to be her turn to serve in the rotation, and Sarah D comes in.
Yes.
Is that pretty standard to have a front player, back player in certain situations?
Yeah, so she just changed in for Riley Brown. So Riley Brown's going to play the right side hitter, while that setter's position is in the front row.
Got it.
And then your other setter's going to play back row, which I think is Kyla Sheriff.
Okay.
She plays 6 rotations around. So she plays hitter in the front row and setter in the back row.
And so there's some players that Do they establish that beforehand, like who's coming in, who's coming, and who's not going to like sub in and out, or?
Yeah, Coach Mont sets that with his team. He doesn't have to set it with the refs or
He
anything.
doesn't. Okay, that's what I was
but
saying.
once they sub in for that position, they can't sub to a different position.
Got it. But certain players probably don't even sub out, right? They play all 6 spots.
Right. Yeah, like Molly and looks like Kyle Sheriff.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that ball changed directions.
Did it come back off of her head?
I don't know. It was definitely going back.
I feel like we got that because she just headed it over the
But
net.
that's a legal play.
Yeah, I would love to
I
see
played
that.
in a game. I played in or coached in a match where
Might be one
a player wasn't paying attention on the serve and it hit her in the head and went over and we got the point.
However, you can get it 11-12 as Lady Indians close the gap once again. Big block by number 3. Once again, the sophomore for Celina, Morgan Terry.
She's all over that
force.
front net.
Yeah, she's been a force to be reckoned with today. Both teams very young. When I look at both rosters.
Yeah, I think Singer has two seniors.
Two seniors for the Lady Indians.
And a freshman. Great kill by Molly there. Started with a great pass from the libero.
Celina has 6 seniors, 4 sophomores. They don't have any freshmen. Lady Indians have 1 freshman, 1 sophomore, and a lot of juniors to flank the 2 seniors. 12-13.
Good serve. It was number 3 again for Celina.
That's in. 14-12 Bobcats here in set number 2.
That was a really good serve. I always hate defending against left-handers, and I don't know why their ball looks different, but it always does. Yeah, that's what volleyball looks like right there. That was an excellent pass off the serve, and a great set to Molly. So see, case in point, Riley Brown is back in, and Kylie Sheriff is now in the back row, so she's the setter.
Makes sense.
Great block. Great job for the Lady Indians there, bringing it back to a tie. So I don't know if you were paying attention, but you can see Coach Mont calling the serves.
Yes, I noticed that when he was over here. I had a better eye of that.
So there's obviously 6 rotations on the court, and so that's what he's telling them where to serve at. And it just depends on what he's seen throughout the game is where he's going to tell them to serve. Or it may be he's going to tell them to serve there to run a particular play. Serve is out of bounds on the Lady Bobcats, brings it back to 15-15. Another really good serve by Molly Schmucker. Overpass by the Lady Indians leads to a kill.
Okay. Good save on that one play there to keep that volley alive.
Yeah, and Blakely put that in a really good spot down that line there. She didn't put it on the 10-foot line. She put it back deep. They just happened to be there.
17-15 Celina. Number 3 for the Bobcats is not currently in. Opportunity to try to take advantage of that. That's out. Celina was calling for a tip, but I don't think anybody saw. I didn't see the ball tipped.
No, and this line judge here is going to be the one who calls that. And in high school, we don't have replay, so
right.
They can't challenge a call.
Makes it 16-17. Lady Indians within 1. Good serve.
Great serve.
That's in.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That is a terrible call. I don't say that very often about referees, but that ball was at least 6 inches in.
I know.
There was
just above 0 about volleyball. I could tell that hit the line.
There was brown between the ball and that line.
That's what I thought so too.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I'm not sure what she was looking at. Great set.
(18-17). Lady Indians within 1. Sarah D.
These are always the matches I like to coach. I hate coaching blowouts either way.
Great dig. Good dig. In.
You know, it's funny, David, that's about where that serve was.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it was just too close to her, or maybe she didn't look down quick enough, but that one was about the same distance inside the line, but it was on the far side, and she had a better vantage point of it. Sarah D gets it over. Great dig by Molly.
He's going to call a lift on that.
Okay.
Oh, no, he called net. I'm sorry.
Okay.
On Blakely.
So if you ever accidentally touch the net, that's
You can't touch the net during an attack. The only thing that can touch the net is their hair.
Got it.
Great attack there.
19-19.
Attack by Celina out. Makes it 2019 Sanger. She went for the short serve there and didn't get it over the net. Really good strategy. I love short serving. It's the hardest ball in volleyball to defend is the ball in front of you. Which in other sports you would say it's easier to go back than it is forward, but in volleyball it's really hard to move forward.
20-20. That set is a little deep, too close to the net to be able to be killed. They just do a touch hit over the top of Molly Schmucker, and it falls in for a point. Puts Celina back up by 1 here in set number 2, 21-20. This Mott's timeout here?
Yes, timeout Sanger. There's the pancake by Molly.
Yeah.
There was the headshot there. It's a great highlight reel for her. Oh, there was that replay.
That's what I was watching.
Of that serve.
Yeah, I thought too.
So another one of those important points. We take this point and we tie it up. We lose it, we go down by 2. So double what we're down. This is an opportunity for us to tie this up. Kill there by Celina. Brings the score to 22-20. Another timeout, Sanger. I think in this timeout I'd be talking about slowing things down and running our offense. We've got a really good hitter outside that can bring us back into this game.
Okay.
Because we're right there.
Oh, I can see the production room. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So again, a shout out to Hall Real Estate and Don Hall Construction for helping us support these young ladies for the volleyball season. He jumped on right as district play started, so we've been able to do a player of the game, as well as a good recap of each game to let the viewers that can't make these games in person kind of know how the games have played out. Early on, the girls have been coined the Cardiac Kids because they've taken all 3 of the first district matches to 5 sets. And now this game is 21-22.
Yeah, that was a great kill to keep us there within 1.
Yeah. Like you said, you want to win. I guess when you call a timeout, you want to win that next point. Like you said, you want to win it when you're coming out from the other opponent's timeout.
That hit the.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So I don't take credit for many points, but when I win a timeout when I win a point out of a timeout, I call that my point.
So Sanger took the first 2 points out of that timeout, and Celina got that one, 23-22. You do have to win by 2 in the set,
You have to win by 2, that's correct. Important point here. You know, volleyball is one of those sports that 1 or 2 points can change an entire match. There you go, 23-23 on the failed serve. You know, I talk to my players a lot about volleyball IQ, and whenever when we let those easy balls drop, you never know what point is going to be the one that ends that set. And so we're obviously going to lose points on attacks. So if we can keep from those easy points being lost, then when we do lose the big points, it doesn't have as big of an effect. There's some pretty good studies out there that show the point differential in college volleyball, where it may be 10 points between the #1 team and the last team in that division.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, points are huge in volleyball, and matches come down to, it's 23-23, and so they come down to 2 points typically, right?
Yeah.
We're in a good spot here. 2 really good servers in a row that can give us this set. Kill Celina. number 16, Charlotte Sinclair. Molly Schmucker with the kill there to bring it back to 24-24, and she goes back to the service line.
So that definitely means that forces extra points in this set regardless.
That's
you can't
correct,
win with
yeah.
25 now.
Correct.
On either side. And our service.
Celina with the block there on Blakely Pennington takes it 25-24. We were in a good position there. It was just a good block by Celina. Which they've done great all night at the net.
Good dig there.
Nice ball. Nice ball.
That dig earlier in the volley there was by Deja Green. Kinsey Rubinskis will check back in. (25-25). First team to win by 2. That's going to be deflected off of Celina.
There's a touch there.
That's going to be
26-25.
bring us to set point.
Timeout,
Celina will call timeout.
Yeah. A minute's a long time in that timeout. In USAV, where I coach, we have 30 seconds, and 30 seconds happens quick when you're trying to, when you call a timeout, obviously something's going on that you need to address with your team, and 30 seconds is a short time to address that. So.
Yeah, I have a question about coaching in this sport, because I notice a difference with female sports than I do male sports when it comes to celebrations and celebrating every single instance in a game.
Yeah.
I know that the kids absolutely celebrate each point, but do you consistently see coaches celebrating those points as well, or is that vary depending on the team?
I think it varies depending on the team. I'm not a big celebrator. I want us focused on what we're doing on the court. Yeah,
the next play.
The next play. So a lot of times my girls will come to the timeout cheering, and I want to talk.
Yeah.
And they're cheering.
And you only have 30 seconds.
And I only have 30 seconds. Yeah. So
here we go for set point. Good dig by Harley Miller.
Touch on that. Nope.
Kill attempt, I think, was by Molly.
Blakely, I believe.
Blakely, a little long.
Yeah.
So brings it back to a tie ball game here in set number 2, 26-26. You're just tuning in, you must win by 2. Ooh, that's a long serve. Unforced error there for the Bobcats.
Really good recognition on that play.
Yeah, puts set point into Sarah D's hands. Good kill shot there for Celina's number 4. That is Celina Nickel.
Yeah, that started with a
seniors.
great set by the setter. She was moving forward and set that behind her, which messed with our block.
Another unforced error on a serve makes it 28-27. Lady Indians once again.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Games are won or lost on the serve.
Yeah. Blakely Pennington for the serve. Harley Miller tried to make that dig there as the libero was not able to dig the kill out. I didn't see who was in on that kill. for
Yeah,
Celina.
that was a good location for the hit.
It really was. 28-28. Celina comes back to serve. Good serve by number 10 for Celina.
Great dig.
Britton Huff was on the serve there. That's going to be out of bounds off of Celina. Be 29-28. Kinsey goes back for the set point serve. Gets the sign from Coach Montgomery. Blakely was going to try to keep the deflected block attempt alive and just missed it. 29-29. The JV squad for the Bobcats is here, as well as some Bobcats fans, and they get loud there on that serve attempt with a "Let's Go Bobcat" chant, but Sanger's able to get the kill shot there to make it 30-29. Once again, another set point. Kyla Sheriff.
Yeah, Molly did a really good job there hitting it off the blockers out.
(30-30).
Yeah, and I really like how she's adjusted to Celina's block there, hitting the ball off their arms to go out rather than trying to hit it through their arms.
Good job, Molly. That's going to be on the net. It's going to be 31. Great volley there for the Lady Indians. So because Molly hit that shot over and it never came back, does that go down as a kill, or does it have to hit the floor?
Yeah, that was definitely a kill.
Okay. I didn't know if it had to go straight to the floor for an official kill or not. So I'm learning about.
Oh.
Serve never made it over.
Hit the net, yeah.
31-31. I'm going to assume this is longer than a normal set.
This is definitely longer.
It's the longest one I've seen in when we reported the scores of the final points in these sets that they've had. I've seen 27-25, 28-26, I think, in a couple of them, but never in the 30s. And Celina now with their first set point of this set.
We're at a point now where both of these teams are exhausted, and so this is where you got to really focus on those fundamentals.
That's out. 32-32.
This is a great district matchup.
It is. Celina's overall record has proved not to really matter because they came in district play 2-1, and Lady Indians are 1-2. Both have wins against the only common opponent they've played. Another little good touch hit for Celina puts them up 33-32. You got a feeling at this point, this set becomes pretty important to who wins the best of 5.
Yes, going down 0-2 is always hard to come back from, but physically, but also mentally.
Good block by Kinsey. Back and forth right there at the net.
Good job on Sanger there, slowing things down and running their offense. That was definitely the right idea to take it to that corner.
I agree, and it didn't miss by much. Sarah D just barely hit it out of bounds. That'll put the Bobcats up 2-0 in this best of 5 match. Perfect.
Craving something delicious? Start your journey at Southern Barbecue, where the
So,
flavors
Coach,
are as bold as the people that enjoy them.
Sykes reached
Step
out to me
inside
about
and
making
feast
sure I
together
give
in a
these
place that feels
cross-country
like home.
athletes some
Next,
publicity here.
walk on over to
Congratulations to
Roma's,
cross-country Lady
where
Indians team
mouth-watering
for
meals,
placing 10th
great
in the
company come
pre-state
together.
event in Round Rock.
Enjoy the
Vera
atmosphere and
Huey
create
and
memories
Ashton
with every
Grail
bite.
placed in the top
Finally,
35.
head
Shout
over to
out to
Everything, a
Nikki
one-stop
Boone
shop
for
for
making
unique
a
and
huge
thoughtful
comeback
gifts.
in her first varsity
Everything
meet.
offers something special
Keep
for
striving
everyone on
to
your
be
list.
great, Lady Indians. You are doing fantastic in cross-country. We're all rooting for you.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how Sanger always has a really strong cross-country team?
They do, and this year the boys are coming in strong too. It's usually the girls taking the lead, and they're both having phenomenal seasons.
Right.
There's a freshman cross-country runner for the boys that I remember watching him at the middle school track meets, and I was just like, he would lap majority at the 3200. He would literally lap majority of the players or runners in the event.
In middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And I remember watching his times in 7th grade, and then 8th grade he got much better, and then I know I've already seen some of his times in 9th, and he's already better. But then another shout out is, speaking of track events, that kid out of Justin Northwest. I don't know if you've seen anything about him, but he's now for I don't know how to. He basically gave up the rest of his high school eligibility and went pro at 16 years old.
Yeah, and you know he has
competing
Sanger
in
ties,
worlds.
right?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I graduated with his mom
Oh, nice.
in 1995. She was an athlete too, so it's no surprise.
Yeah, but yeah, he's definitely represent Denton County well.
I really like what I'm seeing from the Lady Indian side, their demeanor. Being down 0-2 and 2 close sets that they really fought hard in, their spirits still seem to be up.
I agree with you. Because in this situation, it would be pretty easy to kind of get down and say, all right, we're just going to give up and let them take this district game. But I don't see that in them at all.
Not at all. It's really easy for that to happen. And you know, mental toughness is something hard to coach. Sometimes you either have it or you don't. And so to look out there and see them mentally tough right now is really uplifting.
Yeah, same in football, hard to coach mental toughness, but the other thing hard to teach in football that you have to have, aggression.
Yes.
You can't teach aggression. They either have it or they don't. And sometimes it just clicks later. It doesn't mean they'll never have it. That's going to be out.
Yeah, and we said earlier, this is a really young Lady Indian team. So, you know, with only 2 seniors, you don't have a lot of seniors to come in there and show these younger girls how things have been for the last 4 years.
Yeah. That was just a great hit.
So that's a setter dump. You know, she's probably set 99% of those balls to hitters, and so she sets herself up for that dump. Little miscommunication there by the Bobcats to get that point.
Early lead here for the Lady Indians, 2-1.
Really nice net play.
Yeah. Good kill by Molly Swicker as that one goes almost to the top of the bleachers on the visitor side. Deflected up there by one of the Bobcats attempting to make that dig.
Yeah, and that play was a really good sign of what we were seeing before this match started. You know, they're fighting.
Serving for Singer is Neva Sutherland. It's a gamble on how I'm pronouncing that right or not.
Kill there by the Lady Bobcats on the left side set. Can't help but notice their big middle blockers back in.
Yeah. Good kill there.
Out of the middle.
21. Kinsey?
Kinsey, yes.
Is that who that was?
Yep. Really nice set and really nice kill.
Number 4, Deja Green about to be set up to serve. Good dig by Sarah D. Oh, I think we thought that was over.
Yeah, that's a tough ball for the setter, especially when it's that high coming down.
I think I called that dig by Sarah D. That was actually by Deja Green. I saw the forward and immediately thought it was Sarah D. That's going to be out.
Wow.
It's a good dig by Celina there. That was number 10, Britton Huff, one of the juniors on the Celina roster.
Really good job by the Lady Indians continuing to run their offense and swing. Riley Brown with the line shot.
Started with that dig from Deja Green and then finished it with, you said Riley Brown, right?
That's correct, yeah. Really good set by that setter. It looked like she was going to come out to the left side and then put it behind her, which keeps the block off of Riley.
So when you go down 2-9, I mean, it's basically 1 point, 1 set at a time at that point, right? You don't you don't think about trying to win all 3. You got to
no.
You win 1 at a time.
Yeah, you got to win this set or we go home, right? Or we end the game. Oh,
close. I didn't have a great vantage point of that.
You know, it's really easy to call those up here, but it looked like it was in.
That's the feeling I had with it, but I don't know if the line judge, if that's what they're called, followed the Celina coach's lead on that, because it's not a Celina coach.
Right, yeah, she was calling that out.
6-5 as Celina wins 2 quick points back to close the deficit here.
Yeah, she flirted with that net on the first one and went in the net on that one. So Singer up 7-5.
Good job by Blakely Pennington keeping that alive on, miscommunication on the Lady Bobcats side of the net there. Takes Lady Indians to a lead of 8-5 here in set number 3. Must win set number 3. Molly with a really hard serve, just doesn't clear the net. Makes it 8-6.
Really good set there, and the middle blocker, instead of hitting that, she swiped that ball down the line.
Harley Miller, the libero, back to serve. Out. Red Indians take the lead 10-6.
That's the hardest call for a lineman to make there. It was at her feet.
Yeah.
And so she's trying to get out of the way and make the call at the same time, but I think she made the right call there.
Yeah, I didn't see Celina arguing it. That's it. 10-7. So I see Coach Mott kind of charting some things. So is he kind of keeping track of each point on, like,
yeah, my guess
happens?
is he's keeping track of errors, kills, serves, those sort of things. I know I'm really data-driven. I use a software to do it for me so that I'm not on the sidelines doing it myself. But yeah, it's super important that decisions are made off of data rather than our personal feelings.
Great net play there by both sides. Out.
You know, and back to charting those stats, I can tell you as a coach, I've had feelings coming out of a match and then go back and look at the stats from that match, and it's completely different from what I felt. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And so that's why I use them, and it's really, I use them a lot to see where kills are happening honest so that we can know what our defense is doing and what they're not doing. I think everybody on Celina's defense was looking at each other on that one.
One of the slowest hit points you'll ever see right there. Forces a timeout call for the Bobcats. 12-7 lead here in set number 3. Like you said, this is a game. This is a game of momentum.
It is very much a game of momentum.
So if they continue to keep the momentum on their side, they can come back and win this best-of-5 match. Great job by the audio video team there, putting in those replays. I'm sure that's not easy to go back and get those clips and figure out, and while we're still alive, you know what I mean? Putting the highlight film together the next day, a lot easier than doing it on the go right here. So great job, team.
It's definitely something I couldn't do. Yeah, great opportunity here for us to put our foot on the gas pedal. There we go.
Great job getting that one back over. Good net play on both sides once again. I don't think she's going to be able to get to that one. Great effort by Harley Miller there, but not able to have the speed to get to that one. And like you said, she was already going this way and had changed directions.
Right, yeah, that was a situation where Celina went for 3 or 4 tips in a row and then came back with that hard kill.
Makes it 12-8.
Nice ball for Blakely Pennington there on the back right.
Number 2, Neva Sutherland will sub in for Blakely Pennington and do the serving. So when they go for a block attempt, that does not count as one of your 3 hits on your side of the net on the block, right?
No, if they're up in the block, then it's not a touch.
Dig would count.
Yes.
But if you're up above the net and it deflects off of you, then you still have 3 hits after that to get it back over.
Yeah.
Same thing said if it goes in between 2 block attempts, like there's 2 people up there trying to block it and hits her hand in her hand, still same thing, still 3 hits after that?
Yeah, if they're up on the block, then that doesn't count as a touch.
Okay. I've seen several go 3 hits after the block
Right.
attempt
Right.
multiple times, so I assumed that was accurate. I was just wanted to get clarification there. 13-10 here in set number 3, and this must-win set for the Lady Indians to keep this match alive. Number 4 for Celina to serve there. Good block attempt. I think that might have actually been blocked by number 3 again for Celina. She's been all over it. That's Morgan Terry.
Yeah, Morgan Terry's been all over that net tonight. She's blocking both sides. So what you saw there is she was going over the blockers. Her hit. She was intentionally trying to go over the blockers there, which put it deep, and they weren't in position to make that play.
Good job, Molly. That wasn't in by much. I couldn't really see. There was a lot of feet over there, but it looked like it was right around the line, but I guess it was in. He had a great vantage point of it, so I can't dispute that. 14-12.
That was a short serve, and we talked about it earlier, how that ball in front of you is a harder play than the ball behind you.
Britton Huff doing the serving for Celina.
And she's a lefty. See, she went deep there. Good kill from Molly.
Yeah.
You know, I find it, when we get in close matches, I find girls that are just trying to tip because they're afraid to swing, and seems like Molly gets stronger as this match goes on instead of tipping.
Makes sense. Yeah, another one right there.
Another
right
hard
on
swing
cue.
by her.
Right
Yeah.
on cue.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen her play basketball, but she's quite the basketball player, too.
Oh, is she?
She's a very good two-sport athlete.
Yeah, I teach on my court. We swing, 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 swing. I don't like hand passes over the net, so I want us to swing and hit the volleyball. Nice ball.
Good touch hit
Yeah.
by number 12, Kyla Sheriff. That goes down as a kill as
That
well,
goes
right?
down to kill, yeah. But that started with that middle blocker. That was an overpass, and instead of her trying to go up for that one kill, she did the first pass to set up the offense.
Good kill there by the Lady Bobcats.
Really good job on the setter on that play for the Bobcats. That was an overpass that put her really tight on the net, and she was able to set a ball and stay out of the net.
Great volley here by both squads.
Yeah, that was a good rally there on both sides.
Celina outlasts Lady Indians on that one to make the score 17-15. Lady Indians still lead. This must-win set for Lady Indians to stay alive in this match.
I'd like to see us stay aggressive here and keep swinging. We didn't swing hard on that rally, and you'll take Celina off the net on those rallies if we'll keep swinging. Nice dig. Yeah, just out there.
17-16.
Nice swing by Riley Brown there, though. All right, nice swing there on the block to take it to 18-16. These Lady Indians have a lot of fight in them.
Molly Smucker at the serve. (18-17). Lady Indians holding on to a short lead here. Great block by the Bobcats. Makes it 18-18 in this set.
That was a nice aggressive swing by Blakely Pennington, just right into the block. Another swing by Blakely. All right, nice pass. Back row attack.
Nice.
Nice job.
Big point there. Lady Indians outlasted the Bobcats on that rally. Able to take that point. 19-18. 1 point lead here in set number 3. Lady Indians must win this set to keep the match alive.
You know, when you have a really good blocking team, attacking out the back row makes it a little more difficult to block.
Good serve by Harley Miller. Oh, wow. Great kill. Harley wasn't able to get adjusted enough to do anything but just take that right off her chest.
I don't think she knew that was coming. Not because she wasn't paying attention.
No,
that was a hard ball.
From this distance, it was very fast. I can't imagine how fast it was coming directly at her.
Yeah, no kidding.
She wasn't even able to get out of the way, so it was a pretty good fastball. 19-19. Good job by Riley Brown, right?
Riley Brown on the tip. It's that senior presence out there on the court.
Yeah, one of only 2 seniors on the roster, right?
Yeah, and they were both on the court at the same time there, so. Yeah, that's one of those plays where you see it coming. Great set to the middle blocker there, number 4. Celina Nickel on the kill for the Bobcats. Oh, just outside.
Celina takes their first lead of the set, 21-20. That'll force Coach Montgomery to call a timeout.
If this set's anything like the last set, we got a lot of volleyball left to play. Coming out of this timeout, I want to change Celina's momentum. We were up by 3 or 4 earlier in this set, and they came back to take the lead.
Is that me we hear bouncing around? So I sit back down.
That middle set for Celina is really strong. That's hard to defend.
Pretty much a must-win point at this point. Wow. Great kill by the Bobcats. Take a 23-20 lead.
Yeah, that overpass is hard to defend. Timeout, Sanger.
Assuming these tripods in the back end of each quarter, that's each of the teams.
Yeah,
recording it for
they're
their
recording
purposes.
it, yeah, and on my team, that's where the AI does keeps all the stats and everything for me.
Very cool.
Yeah. So coming out of this timeout, 23-20, Sanger's got to take this next point.
Yeah. Take the next point, get the serve back, and then make a rally.
And then, yes, go on a run.
Good dig by Molly. Kinsey Rubinskis goes up for the kill. Great block from Celina.
Yeah, they've been at the net all day, or all night.
Match point. Great dig by Sarah D. Blakely Penninson, I think that tip. Did that tip? No? I guess not. That'll be it, right?
That's it, yeah, 25-20. Celina takes that third set.
So
I agree with you. That last play, it looked like she touched that ball, but unfortunately, I don't think either of these line judges were in a position to see it. Yeah.
Real fought hard second set there that went, what was the final? 33-31 in the second set?
Yeah.
I think it's on our screen. 34-32, excuse me. But great job by the audio video team here and the Sanger audio video department. Well-run broadcast. It's my first time coming in here and doing this with them, and really, really great job. Appreciate y'all. Y'all did a fantastic job. So, PJ, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Next time we're able to get over here and do this next broadcast, I hadn't even looked ahead at the schedule yet, but once I do, I will make sure that you and I are on the same page and see if we can get back in here and support these ladies and do it again.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Thank you all very much, team.
Thank you, guys.